Hi friends, you're watching movie reviews with Raghuram. In this video, I'll be reviewing the Hindi movie Chehre. Chehre is a suspense thriller movie which stars Amitabh Bachchan and Emraan Hashmi in the lead role. I said Chehre is a thriller. Chehre is a thrilling courtroom drama. Courtroom drama which doesn't run in a courtroom. Courtroom drama which runs in a house, in an isolated house which is surrounded by snow. The movie Chehre is said to be an uncredited adaptation of a German novel named A Dangerous Game. The movie Chehre narrates the story of a mock trial, a game called mock trial played by the retired people from the judiciary system. The mock trial is conducted by these retired people from the judiciary system on a man whom they consider to be accused, on a man whom they think to be guilty. In the movie Chehre, the role of that man is played by Emraan Hashmi. So in the game of mock trial which Amitabh Bachchan and the party plays, Emraan Hashmi is made to play the role of a guilty person involved in a particular crime. That itself forms an interesting premise of the movie, and the story narration goes along with this particular concept of a fake trial or a mock trial. The premise and the concept of the movie is fresh and really good to watch. I actually felt the movie Chehre is an extended part of another Amitabh Bachchan starrer, Badla. Coming to the plot of the movie, Emraan Hashmi plays the role of Samir Mehra, CEO of an ad agency. One day, while Emraan Hashmi is driving to Delhi, his car gets trapped in the snow-clad mountains when a big tree falls in front of his car. He has no way to go and he is trapped in the snow-clad mountains. Now Emraan Hashmi meets Annu Kapoor, who plays the role of Bhular. Bhular is a retired defense lawyer. Now Annu Kapoor tells Emraan Hashmi that boss, there is no way out, you cannot escape from this particular place, and please come, I shall take you to one of my friend's home. There is only one house in this particular area. I will lead you there. You have to stay there overnight, and tomorrow let us see what happens. We will remove this tree and you can travel to Delhi. Now Bhular takes Samir to Justice Acharya's house. That is the only house in the snow-clad mountains. Dhritiman Chatterjee has played the role of Justice Acharya in the movie. So now we are introduced to the third character in the movie, Justice Acharya. He is also a retired justice. Now Samir meets the third person in the house and his name is Hariya, and he happens to be a retired hanksman. So all the characters in Samir's life now at this particular instance are coming from the judiciary system. One we have met with a retired defense lawyer, another with a retired chief justice, and now a retired hanksman. The role of Hariya, the hanksman, has been played by Raghveer Yadav in the movie. Finally, Samir meets another person, the retired prosecutor, and the retired prosecutor's name is Latif Zaidi, and he happens to be the most brilliant among the lot, most brilliant among the retired judicial persons. His character in the movie is more like a Sherlock Holmes rather than a retired prosecutor. He looks more like a detective than a lawyer. Give him a simple clue, he finds a simple clue, he cracks down an entire complicated case out of it. And the role of Latif Zaidi, the retired prosecutor, is played by none other than the big B, Amitabh Bachchan. He also meets two more characters in the same house. One is Anna. The role of Anna is played by Rhea Chakrabarti, and another character, Joe. The role of Joe has been played by Siddhant Kapoor, and Siddhant Kapoor doesn't get a single dialogue in the movie. He is totally mute. So each and every person in the house, the retired people of the judiciary system, gets introduced to Samir, that is our Emraan Hashmi, and Emraan Hashmi's character gets introduced to them. They tell that there is no way out, you have to stay today here, you can have dinner with us, you can have coffee with us, but you have to play a game called as mock trial with us. Since the name of the game is mock trial, Emraan Hashmi readily accepts to play the game. He thinks, let me have a little bit of fun because there is no way out, I cannot travel to Delhi anyhow, there is snowfall and my car has been damaged, and Emraan Hashmi is made to play the role of the accused. And what seems to be a game becomes a serious headache for Samir. It becomes a big headache for Samir because the prosecutor Latif Zaidi accuses him of the murder of the ex-boss of his ad agency, Mr. Oswal. Latif Zaidi accuses Samir and tells him, you have murdered Mr. Oswal because you wanted to become the CEO of that particular company. Latif Zaidi accuses Samir and tells him that he has killed the ex-boss, the ex-CEO of the ad agency, Mr. Oswal, by taking the help of Oswal's wife, Natasha Oswal. He also tries to establish an affair between Natasha Oswal and Samir. And Mr. Bhular, being the defense lawyer, tries to protect Samir. He also tries to prove that Latif Zaidi's claims are wrong. Now our Samir, Emraan Hashmi, is totally trapped in the drama, in the courtroom, in the mock trial. What he thought would be just a fun game has now become totally serious. Has Samir really killed Mr. Oswal? Did Natasha really help Mr. Samir to kill Mr. Oswal? Was there an affair between Natasha and Samir? Is Samir innocent and not guilty? Why are these retired men of the judiciary system behind Samir? What exactly they want to prove? Do they have any personal revenge against him? How did they know all the details of Samir? Why did it look like all the retired men were waiting for Samir to come to that house? Was Samir guided into a trap by Bhullar? Was everything pre-planned? Was it really a mock trial or was it a real trial? The entire drama surrounding these questions forms the rest of the story of Chehre. Coming to the concept and premise of the movie, the concept and premise of the movie is really good, really terrific. I love the movie, but you may not. You may not love the movie if you are not used to watch such movies. If you are not used to watch the courtroom dramas where there is a plenty of discussion and less action taking place. As I said, most of the movie is shot in a single house and there are only a few scenes which are shot outside the house. And there is a lot of discussion, there is a lot of argument, there is a lot of counter argument. Only these things are taking place in the movie. Discussions, and only discussions, just like in a courtroom. I said this movie looks like an extension of Amitabh Bachchan starrer Badla. If you had loved the movie Badla, you would feel that this is a similar movie. This is a similar movie with more characters and more complicated characters. I am not comparing Badla to Chehre, but both these movies are moreover alike. Alike in the concept, alike in the treatment of the concept. Coming to the performances of the movie, what to tell about Mr. B? Mr. Bachchan makes his impact in the movie, his thorough authority. He has stamped the movie with his authority. Especially see that 15 minutes continuous dialogue, continuous argument, the points he puts over the murder, the trials, the innocents, the culprits, everything about the law and the judiciary system, the loopholes of the judiciary system, the humanity, everything he speaks at the climax of the movie is just terrific. And every frame in which Mr. Bachchan is there, he has owned that frame like he does in almost all the movies. The second best for me in the movie were Annu Kapoor and Emraan Hashmi. Very good performances. Raghuveer Yadav and Dhrutiman Chatterjee also have done their role good, but their roles are very short. In fact, Raghuveer Yadav's role is shorter than that of Dhrutiman Chatterjee. Riya Chakravarti, no comments. Very pathetic role, horrible role. She has a short and horrible role, I should tell. And Siddhant Kapoor, totally mute, no role at all. Krystal D'Souza as Natasha Oswal looks really promising. Her chemistry with Emraan Hashmi is really good. Samir Soni plays the role of Mr. Oswal. Very small role, not significant at all. Coming to the narration of the story, it looks slow at certain times and it looks pacey at certain times. The narration is good, but since there are plenty of dialogues and plenty of discussions, obviously at a particular point you would feel the movie is slow. Overall, Chehre is a good suspense movie, good thriller movie. You don't get plenty of things to guess there. You don't have deeper suspense. Many things are revealed as the story goes on ahead. The story of the movie Chehre, I wouldn't tell it is really good or it is the best. I would tell it is a decent story. As I already said, there is no wow suspense moments in the movie. Coming to the music of the movie is also not really great. Rang Darya is one song which I liked from the movie. Yes, the BGM of the movie here and there is impactful. Last but not the least, coming to the dialogues are at least some dialogues which Amitabh Bachchan sir narrates are really fantastic to hear. We know Mr. Bachchan makes even an ordinary dialogue looks extraordinary. So obviously many punchlines and very good dialogues belong to Amitabh Bachchan in the movie. And there are a couple of dialogues by Emraan Hashmi which are also impressive. Crime cannot be included in the system is one of the dialogues which Amitabh Bachchan tells in the movie, and I just loved that particular dialogue which has a lot to convey. The story of the movie has been built on the backdrop of this particular dialogue, I felt. Final verdict, Chehre is not a very good movie, not a very bad movie. It is a decent one-time watch. I don't tell I loved it. I like the movie. And my favorite Amitabh Bachchan was there in the movie and I had to watch that for him. Thanks for watching my video. If you loved my video, kindly like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll catch up with you all in my next video with yet another movie review. Until then, do take care. Goodbye. Namaste.